The Yankees have found their next superstar as a top 5 prospect in the Yankees farm system has been lighting it up in the minor leagues and will change the Yankees' future in a big way in the next couple of years. We'll break all of this down here on another edition of Yankees Digest. What's going on, guys? Alex Brooks back here on Yankees Digest, giving you guys a daily dose of Yankees content every day of the week. I hope you guys enjoyed getting the series against the Toronto Blue Jays, taking 2 out of 3 against Toronto to really bridge the gap in the division. Really was excited about that today. But before we get into this video about this top prospect, wanted to give this to you guys. If you guys are not subscribed to this channel, if you're not a part of the subscribers to Yankees Digest, you guys better hit that subscribe button. Comment down below to join in on this conversation. We have videos on player profiles. We have series recaps. We have everything under the sun revolving the New York Yankees. So you guys better hit that subscribe button, comment down below to join in on this conversation. But getting right into this video as talking about the top pitching prospect for the New York Yankees, Elmer Rodriguez-Cruz. And Elmer Rodriguez-Cruz has been really lighting it up in Double-A Somerset. The Yankees have been able to really see what they have in their minor league pitching, and it has shown really good for the New York Yankees and what they have been able to acquire in talent. And, with Elmer Rodriguez-Cruz, I mean, a guy who has just been able to succeed at all different levels in the Yankees organization. He started with Hudson Valley in high A and now is back at Double A, and he's looking just phenomenal. I'll get more into what he has been able to do with Somerset and how he's been able to transform himself and how he's been able to transform the Somerset Patriots. But just looking at how we got Elmer Rodriguez-Cruz, because Elmer Rodriguez-Cruz, he was not someone that the Yankees drafted. He wasn't someone that the Yankees got in as an international signing. He was someone that the Yankees actually got from the Boston Red Sox. Yes, Elmer Rodriguez-Cruz was acquired from the Boston Red Sox in exchange for Carlos Narvaez. So you remember when Carlos Narvaez was doing so well against the Yankees in this series in Boston, and then earlier this season in New York. Well, the Yankees didn't just get nothing for Carlos Narvaez. They got Elmer Rodriguez-Cruz, and I'll show you why I really like this prospect for the Yankees and how I think he is going to do so well for the Yankees in the next couple of years, and it may just be sooner rather than later. And, this really caught my eye about ERC when looking at Nolan Rabin at Pinstripe Alley. He said he doesn't have the most electric stuff in the organization, but he's made noticeable strides in each of his professional season, and at age 21 will continue to develop physically and mentally on the mound. Taking into account his 6'3" frame and ability to work deep into games, Rodriguez-Cruz checks a lot of boxes for a future big league starter. And this is definitely very, very good for a guy who is only at 21 years old. He's only 21. So he's been able to do so well in the minor leagues right now, and he has been able to show why he can be a top flight starter in the MLB. I mean, when you're looking at how the Yankees want to develop these guys, they got pitchers last year in Ben Hess and Bryce Cunningham. They're trying a lot of different things when evaluating starting pitching. They're trying to go with righties. They're trying to go with southpaws. They're trying to see people who have a lot of velocity, people who have different types of pitches. So they're trying to just get more quantity of pitchers just to see what they have. Maybe they are trade pieces for future stars. Maybe they are going to be staples in the Yankees organization or be bullpen pieces. So the Yankees are just trying to get every sort of type of starter from college, from the high school level, anything. And Elmer Rodriguez-Cruz is really going to provide a lot for the New York Yankees and how he's been able to really grow in the minor leagues. And I'll show that right here. And just looking at his stats so far this season, he's 10-7 with a 2.38 ERA in 24 games started. He has 166 strikeouts with a 1.04 whip. And when we're looking at this, I mean, a 2.38 ERA in the minor leagues is really, really good. I mean, you're looking at a guy who has been able to be one of the top pitchers in Somerset with Carlos LaGrange. Rodriguez-Cruz is the number 5 prospect. Carlos LaGrange is the number 2 prospect so far in the Yankees prospects top farm system, top 30 prospects there. But he's been able to really show why he is going to be a top flight starter. And I'll just give a little bit more on what he can provide for the New York Yankees and why he is just going to be this top flight starter in here. When we're looking at these stats, 2022 all the way to 2025, you're looking at the ERA, 1.88 ERA, and you're seeing that the ERA, it never goes above 3. And that is huge because a guy who has been able to really flourish at all different levels. We see that he was on 2 teams in 2022. 2024, he was on 2 teams. 2025, he was on 2 teams. So he was able to really keep the overall ERA under 3. But something that really jumps out to me, if you guys haven't seen it, the batting average against 2022 was 214, 2023 was 219, and then after that was 198 and 183. I mean, that's unbelievable. Right now in 2025, he is holding batters at a 183 average. I mean, that is crazy. He's been able to keep guys under the Mendoza line all season. That just shows the attest of how the Yankees have been able to develop pitchers in the minor leagues. And it also shows how Brian Cashman has found diamonds in the rough over and over and over again, and how they're trying to really prioritize pitching. And that is just something that really is so great about Elmer Rodriguez-Cruz when you're looking at his stats. And just what he was able to do today was something that was really eye-opening. And I saw this today from the Somerset Patriots on X. He said, Elmer Rodriguez-Cruz takes over the active minor league strikeout lead with 8 strikeouts, making for 166 strikeouts on the season. In 2 starts, ERC struck out 16 batters over 11 scoreless innings pitched. 16 batters over 11 innings. I mean, you can't really get much better than that in the minor leagues or when you're matching it up to the major leagues. I mean, when you see this, I mean, this is going to make you excited as a Yankees fan that he is so close to the major leagues. He has to go up to AAA and then be a guy who can show why he can be a staple in the Yankees rotation. And I just really want to compare this to the pitcher right now the Yankees have, who's been lighting it up for the Yankees, Cam Schlittler. I feel like with Cam Schlittler, this is the start of the new philosophy for the New York Yankees when trying to look at starting pitching. We've seen in the past that the Yankees have overpaid for a lot of starting pitching or acquired talent that hasn't really worked out. I mean, Max Fried and Carlos Rodon have been able to, be solid pitchers, solid 1-2 pitchers for the New York Yankees, along with Gerrit Cole. But when you're looking at, pitchers like Sonny Gray, like Marcus Stroman, like all those other guys who didn't really work out for the New York Yankees in the past, they're trying to eye now the minor leagues to get guys up here and show why they can be top flight pitchers in this pitching staff. And Cam Schlittler is an example of that. And I feel like with Carlos LaGrange and now Elmer Rodriguez-Cruz, they are very close into what they can become for the New York Yankees in the pitching rotation. And, just looking at the top prospects, I mentioned it before with Carlos LaGrange. He is going to be someone that the Yankees are going to look out for in 2026. The number 2 prospect, 6'7", 248 pounds, the righty, and then Elmer Rodriguez-Cruz, when looking at that, 6'3", 160 pounds, the lefty southpaw pitcher. But the Yankees have been able to get a lot more taller in their pitchers. I mean, you're looking at Cam Schlittler. You're looking at now Carlos LaGrange and Elmer Rodriguez-Cruz, just guys who are going to dominate from a height perspective and then also have the velocity in their pitches. When looking at Rodriguez, he initially in 2023, he's fastball set at 91 to 95 miles per hour, and it rose up from that all the way to 98 miles per hour last season. And he's been able to be consistently at 96 to 98 with his fastball. So he's been able to do so good with his velocity. I keep saying velocity, and he's been able to use his other pitchers in the mid 80s, upper 70s curveball to just really fool hitters with all sorts of pitchers or all sorts of pitches here. And I really feel that Elmer Rodriguez-Cruz is going to be so good for the New York Yankees, and what he's been able to do in Somerset really helping that team, and he's going to help out the Yankees in the next year or two. But that's going to do it for another edition of Yankees Digest. Appreciate all the support you guys are giving us on this channel. You guys better hit that subscribe button, comment down below to view content more like this. We really appreciate all the support. Hope you guys enjoyed your weekend. And as always, let's go Yankees, guys.